right, solving equations. For my first equation, for number 15, notice that I don't have a single fraction over here, so I'm going to have to subtract these two, which means I'm going to have to get a common denominator of x, so I multiply this fraction by x over x. So I was using x squared minus 24 over x equals 2. Now that I have a common fraction, I can make that 1 and cross multiply. So x squared minus 24 times 1 is x squared minus 24. 2 times x is 2x. Subtract 2x because this is going to be a quadratic. So x squared minus 2x minus 24 equals 0. Two numbers that when I multiply to get negative 24 and add to get negative 2 are negative 6 and positive 4. So x minus 6, x plus 4 equals 0. My opposites are the possible solutions. So I get possibly 6 and negative 4, but I have to check these. So when x is positive 6, it's going to plug it into my original. So 6 minus 24 over 6, is that equal to 2? Well, 6 minus 4 equal to 2? Yes, 2 equals 2, and that works. Now what about when x equals negative 4? Let's see if that works. Negative 4 minus 24 over negative 4, is that equal to 2? Is negative 24 divided by negative 4 is positive 6. Is negative 4 plus 6 equal to 2? Yes, it is. So therefore, I know that both of these are my solutions. Next one. Again, I have to get a common one single fraction on this side, which means I need to multiply by the 3 by 2x over 2x. And therefore, I'm left with 1 over x equals 5 plus 6x, 3 times 2 is 6x, over my common denominator of 2x. Now I can cross multiply. So 1 times 2x is 2x, x times 5 plus 6x. So 2x equals 5x plus 6x squared. Subtract 2x from both sides, and I get that 0 equals 3x plus 6x squared. Factor out a 3x, and I'm left with 1 plus x. So I know my one solution, my two possible solutions are 0 or negative 1. So now I have to check. When x is 0, notice that will give me a 1 over 0, which is not possible. And then here as well, 2 times 0 plus 3. So therefore, that is not possible. So I know that 0 is not a solution. Now I need to check negative 1. And, oh, I think I made a mistake here. That's a 2x, which means this is negative 1/2. So let's check negative 1/2. When x is negative 1/2, 1 over negative 1/2, is that equal to 5 times 2 times negative 1/2 plus 3? Well, 1 divided by negative 1/2 is negative 2. Is that equal to 5, negative 5, because 2 times negative half is negative 1. 5 divided by negative 1 is negative 5. So is negative 2 equal to negative 2? Yes. So you know your only solution is x equals negative 1/2. Okay, number 17, there's nothing to combine, so I can go straight into cross multiplying. 4 times x plus 3 equals x squared. Distribute 4x plus 12 equals x squared. Subtract 4x and subtract 12. Subtract 4x and subtract 12, which means that 0 equals x squared minus 4x minus 12. So again, I'm going to factor to determine my solutions. Two numbers that when I multiply to get negative 12 and add to get negative 4 are x minus 6 and x plus 2. So my two possible solutions are 6 and negative 2. But I have to check those. Okay, so let's check when x equals 6. Is 4 over 6 equal to 6 over 6 plus 3? 4/6 can simplify to 2/3. 6/9 is 2/3 the same as 6/9? Yes, 2/3 equals 2/3, so that one works. Now negative 2, when x equals negative 2, is negative 2/6 the same as question mark? Oh, I forgot my question marks over here. The same as negative 2 over negative 2 plus 3. So negative 2/6 is negative 1/3. Did I plug that in right? Negative 2, oops, I plugged it in wrong. Let's fix that. Put the negative 2 on the wrong. I was looking at my last example. So 4 over negative 2. 4 over negative 2 is negative 2. And is that the same as negative 2 plus 3, which is 1, is negative 2? Yes, negative 2 equals negative 2. So therefore they both work, and 6 and negative 2 are your two solutions. All right, moving on. Number 18. Again, there is nothing that you have to simplify, so you can go straight to cross multiplication. So 3 times 3x plus 7 equals 5 times 2x plus 4. So now this is 9x plus 21 equals 10x plus 20. Subtract 9x. 21 equals x plus 20. Subtract 20. And x equals 1. Now you have to check that. Is 3 over 2 times 1 plus 4 equal to 5 over 3 times 1 plus 7? So is 3 over 7 the same as 5? Oh, whoops, hold on for a second. There's a 4 here. Sorry about that. So, the 2 times 1 plus 4. So is 3 over 6 the same as 5 over 10? Yes, they are both 1/2. So therefore it works. Okay? X equals 1 is your solution. Next one, let's get a common denominator over here first, which means I have to multiply the 2 by x minus 2 over x minus 2. So that means I have x plus 2x, which is 3x, 3 plus negative 6, or negative 4, so 3 plus 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, is minus 1 over x minus 2. Now, what do you notice about these two fractions? That's right, they have the same denominator. So therefore you don't have to even worry about the bottom, and you just solve the equation 3x minus 1 equals 5, which is a much easier equation to solve than a quadratic that you would get if you cross multiply. So x equals 2. And now you have to check that. So, you do 2 plus 3 over 2 minus 2. What do I get with 2 minus 2? That's right, I get no solution. It is not possible. So therefore, since my only solution is not possible, there is no solution to this problem. Okay? Which kind of makes sense because you have the same denominator here, so there's nothing I can really add 2 to the same denominator and get something else. And finally, number 20. Again, you want to first combine like terms over here. So that means I have to multiply the x plus 2 by x minus 5 over x minus 5. And I have to combine or multiply the second fraction by x plus 2 over x plus 2. Oops, minus 10. Okay. And once I do that, I'm going to get 3x minus 15 over x minus 5, x plus 2, plus 4x, again distributing, 4x plus 8 over x minus 5, x plus 2. Haven't done anything yet, but let's go ahead and factor this bottom. And that's actually going to be x minus 5 x plus 2. Combine like terms over here. 3x plus 4x is 7x. Negative 15 plus negative 8 is negative 23. And then x minus 5, x plus 2. Same thing over here. Keep the x minus 5, x plus 2. Now again, what do you notice about the denominators? They are the same, which means I can ignore them and just solve the linear equation. So 7x minus 23 equals 7, which is a much, again, easier equation to solve than the other one. So 3x okay, just realized I made a really quick mistake. I did negative 15 plus negative 8, but that's actually a plus 8. So that changes this to 7x minus 7. And therefore, that means this is 7x minus 7, and I add 7 to both sides, which gives me 7x equals 14. Divide both sides by 7, and x equals 2. So now again, you have to check and make sure that that's correct. So your check, you're going to plug in 3 over 2 plus 2 plus 4 over 2 minus 5. Is that equal to 7 over 2 squared minus 3 times 2 minus 10? Running out of room there. So over here I have 3/4 plus 4 over negative 3. Is that equal to 7 over 2 squared is 4. 3 times 2 is 6, so 4 minus 6 is negative 2, minus 10 is negative 12. And you will find that they are equal. 7 negative 12 is equal to 7 over negative 12. Alright, so your solution is x equals 2. Alright, this concludes the videos. Good luck studying. If you have any questions, please come and talk to me.